The child has never been ill. When he went to the zoo, all the animals were very scared and became crazy when they saw him. Chimpanzees even tried to break the glass and attack him. His time of birth was even more strange at 6 o'clock on June 6th. This is an unlucky time in people's eyes. A lot of strange things happened to him. The boy's name is Damien. On his 5th birthday, his parents held a grand birthday party for him. Suddenly a black dog appeared. The nanny and the black dog looked at each other, and then she climbed straight up the roof. She had a hemp rope around her neck. The nanny shouted to Damien with a smile. "All for you!" Then she jumped. This is really weird. The guests were frightened. The scene was in a mess. Damien's father, Robert, quickly picked up his son to comfort him. But Damien was not afraid and waved to the black dog in the distance. Father Brennan, a Catholic priest, found Robert and said that Damien was the incarnation of demon, which would bring harm to the people around him. Robert didn't believe him. When he was leaving, Father Brennan told him Damien wasn't his son. Robert stopped and came back. Father Brennan went on to say that Damien's biological mother was actually a jackal. Robert wanted to beat him on the spot, but he directly asked the security guard to take Father Brennan away. Robert slowly remembered what had happened. His wife Katherine was giving birth at the time. Robert, a diplomat, rushed to the hospital. Unfortunately, the priest told him that his son had died. It was unacceptable to Robert, but the priest showed him a clear way. He took Robert to a room. Here is an orphan whose mother died in childbirth. He hoped Robert can raise him. Robert had no choice at this point. He didn't want his wife to know the cruel truth. So he adopted the child named Damien without telling his wife. With the arrival of Damien, Robert's career is also rising. He was promoted to deputy ambassador. However, just when the ambassador was traveling, the time jumped to 6 hours 6 minutes 6 seconds, and the tanker hit the ambassador's car. Gasoline poured into the car and was ignited by cigarette butts and exploded. The ambassador died on the spot, and Robert was naturally promoted to ambassador. But then something strange happened to the nanny. Robert soon made headlines. Because of this, they haven't found a suitable nanny. That day, a woman came to apply for a job. The couple were very satisfied with Baylock's performance and let her do this job. The next day the Roberts were going to church to pray. But strange things happen again. As they got closer to the church, Damien looked a little wrong. Suddenly he became very manic and kept scratching at his mother. Finally, she scratched Katherine's forehead under Robert's obstruction. They also had to go home. That night, the wife had a nightmare and dreamed that her son was wearing a strange mask. The next day, Katherine followed the school organization and took her son to the zoo. She found that the other children didn't want to play with Damien. Even the animals became very scared and even manic when they saw Damien. They tried to break the glass and attack him, which scared them away. That night, Katherine suggested taking Damien to the doctor. After all, Damien has never been ill since he was born, but Robert didn't agree. He was afraid that his wife would know that Damien was not their own. That night, Robert went to visit his sleeping son, but found a black dog in the room, coveting his teeth and growling at him. Luckily, babysitter Baylock came. The black dog calmed down. Baylock explained that Damien picked it up, and Damien liked it very much. Robert was very angry. He wants someone to take the dog away. On the other side, Father Brennan was photographed by Keith when he was driven away. When he was developing the photos, he found a light column on Father Brennan's head. So he found Father Brennan again and took several pictures of Father Brennan. As a result, the photo of Father Brennan was directly passed through his body by the light beam. The next day, Father Brennan asked Robert out again and told him solemnly, Damien is demon. Now her wife Katherine is pregnant and is likely to be hurt. He must finish everything completely. But Robert still didn't believe it and asked Father Brennan to stay away from their family. The accident really happened. Katherine, who was taking care of the flower tray, was accidentally hit by Damien on a scooter. She couldn't stand still. She fell from the tall building and fell heavily on the floor. Robert hurried to the hospital. Fortunately, Katherine was saved. She begs Robert not to let Damien kill her. But the baby in the belly is not so lucky. This made Robert believe what Father Brennan said, but he found that Father Brennan died strangely. It turned out that after Robert left that day, Father Brennan heard a baby crying. He panicked. He knew that demon was going to take revenge and ran quickly to the church. But the gate was locked. Just then a bolt of lightning hit the attic fence. The broken iron pillar fell straight down. Father Brennan's body was penetrated and died on the spot. At this time, Keith found Robert and told him his discovery. This photographer took a few pictures. The nanny has a rope-like beam of light around her neck. And then she really killed herself with a hemp rope. Father Brennan was penetrated by a beam of light. As a result, Father Brennan was really pierced by an iron pillar. and there's a 666 symbol on Father Brennan's body. They came to Father Brennan's house and found that it was covered with Bibles. From Father Brennan's diary, they learned that a comet came to Earth on June 6, 5 years ago. The Pope immediately called a religious assembly. According to the language of the Bible, this is a sign of the devil coming to the world. Damien was also born at that time. This confused Robert a little. Is Damien really demon? Keith also took out a picture of himself. He also has a beam of light around his neck. He was very afraid of being like Father Brennan in them. So they came to the hospital that year. Unfortunately, there was a fire that year, and all the data have been burned. Under the guidance of the nun, they came to Damien's biological mother's cemetery. When Robert opened the grave, he found a wolf-like skeleton inside. It seems that Damien's biological mother is really a jackal. On the other side is Robert's own son. But the bones show that his children were killed by demons believers. So they came to the holy city to find the dead man mentioned by Father Brennan and get the holy sword to kill the son of the devil from him. He also learned that Demon will have 666 symbols on his body, which may be hidden in his hair. But Robert still couldn't get down and threw away the holy sword. Keith didn't think so. For his own life, he decided to do it himself. But at this time, the repairman on the roof accidentally dropped the hammer. The hammer broke the iron frame. The iron frame fell down. Keith, who had just stood up, died on the spot. The light beam of the photo also came true. Robert woke up immediately. And Robert got the news of his wife's death that night. So the nanny Baylock took advantage of Robert's absence. She poisoned Katherine on the grounds of visiting. Now Robert fully understands. He came home and cut Damien's hair with scissors and found the symbol 666. Just then Baylock attacked from behind. But Robert, after all, was a soldier and quickly stunned Baylock. Robert picked up Damien and stuffed him into the car. A spark with lightning. He broke through the door and went straight to the church. The policeman who didn't know the situation immediately checked him. He finally came to the church, but Robert couldn't bear to do it. Just as he was hesitating, a large number of police rushed to the scene and shot Robert. Finally, at Robert's funeral, the Pope on the other side also left. Damien was raised by the president and continued to live on Earth.